Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. If you remember correctly, Duke 200 was first launched in India and after that Duke 390 came in. But for some of you, Duke 200 was slightly underpowered and Duke 390 was super powered. So this modern problem required a modern solution. That means the Duke 250. And today we have with us the Duke 250 BS6. Special thanks to KTM Baner for providing us this bike for this review. You can visit their dealership with the promise of safety because they make sure that the bikes which are given for test drive or even inside their showroom are sanitized properly and safe for you to sit on and take it for a ride. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. We would love to have a chat with you. So let's begin with the review of the Duke 250 BS6. So with the Duke 250 BS6, you get an all-new avatar. That means the Duke 250 BS6 looks just like the Duke 390. So you have the LED headlights with the LED DRLs, LED turn indicators and then the 43mm upside down forks by WP. The front wheel is 110/70 which is a MRF Revs tire, so it is a radial one which is mounted on a 17-inch black coated alloy wheel. Now to increase the safety of the Duke 250, the front disc brake is of 320mm, that is similar to that of the 390 Duke. The Duke 250 also gets a dual channel ABS for added safety. With the BS6, the Duke 250 is offered in a brand new paint scheme. You get this black and matte grey finish, which I personally like. If you don't, then you have a good news because it is offered in two color schemes and you can choose it according to your liking. The Duke 250 gets a 13.5 litre fuel tank and gives an efficiency between 28 kmpl to 30 kmpl. And behind this orange coated steel trellis frame is the 248.8cc fuel injected DOHC 4-valve engine, which is liquid cooled and is mated with a 6-speed gearbox. The engine delivers a maximum power of 30 PS at 9000 rpm and a peak torque of 24 Nm at 7500 rpm. And this bike gets a ground clearance of 185 mm. The complete bike weighs 161 kgs, which is the dry weight of the KTM Duke 250. The bike gets a split step-up seat and it is adequately comfortable for the rider and the pillion. Now in the rear as well, you get a WP monoshock and this sweet side-hung single barrel exhaust. The rear tire is 150/60 and it is an MRF Revs tire, so you get radial tires in the front and the rear, which is mounted on a 17-inch black coated alloy wheel and it suits the profile of the bike. Now with that you get a 230mm disc brake which also gets ABS assistance. So this bike gets a dual channel ABS as I already told you, but it is not switchable. And over here you can see the same LED tail light that was always present on the Duke 250 and the LED indicators. So let's get on to the saddle and check out the instrument cluster. The saddle height of Duke 250 is 830mm, but I have to do a tiptoe when I need to put both of my feet on the ground. I am almost 5'10". I can easily land one foot on the ground. So I feel a person somewhere around 5'8" can easily manage on this bike, but below that it will be slightly troubling. Now let's check out the instrument cluster, which is similar to the earlier Duke 250. So it gets a digital tachometer, digital speedometer and gear position indicator. Now in the center you get an information display where you get various informations like low oil pressure, low fuel level, high coolant temperature, side stand down information. On the left lower side is the engine temperature gauge and on the right lower side is the fuel gauge. And above this digital instrument cluster you have multiple indicator lamps for engine malfunction, shift warning light, neutral indicator, turn signal indicator and high beam indicator. On the right side you have the general warning light, the ABS warning light and the immobilizer indicator lamp. Now coming to the handlebar, On the right hand side you get the kill switch and the self start switch. So it is also a single touch self start. On the left hand side you have the pass switch, the headlight control, the turn indicator control and the horn. And it is a single tone, very loud horn. One thing I would like to mention about this bike are these rear view mirrors. They are slightly small and it is not easy to see the complete view of your background. So I think this should be increased in size. It's time to get going and check out the Duke 250 BS6. But before we go on a ride, always remember that you should wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules and drive cautiously in the monsoon season. The bike is just wow. The riding experience is way better than the first generation Duke 250. For a KTM, the seats are pretty comfortable, they are adequately cushioned, you get slightly rear set foot pegs and the overall seating stance is comfortable. So you get a straight riding posture, removing all the stress from your back, and with these wide handlebars, there is no stress on your shoulders as well. You get a lot of room on both the seats for the rider and the pillion. That makes it a good companion for the long rides. You might feel slight discomfort when you are riding on off-roads for a very long time, but other than that, this is a good bike. And why I say so is because it is only 50cc bigger than the Duke 200, but the power and torque figures are amazing. It brings the best of two worlds and it maintains that balance. The power is not too high or too low. Same goes with the torque, the fuel efficiency and the pricing. Also, not to forget the features. The bike is very refined with the BS6 in place and the vibrations have been subsided. The first generation Duke 250 might have missed out on the KTM DNA, but this one makes a proper use of it. The power delivery is linear and you get a very good mid-range punch. However, it is slightly less than the last year's Duke 250, but it is now more close to the Mother Nature. The motorcycle responds very well to the throttle and has that KTM's aggressiveness. I literally like the way this motorcycle is right now. It gives you a good response on the passing speeds between the 4th, 5th and 6th gear. Don't forget the point when I said it maintains a balance in features. So along with the KTM 6-speed gearbox, which is very smooth to transit, it gets a slipper clutch in place which is on a lighter side and is very smooth to operate. So you won't feel the pain or fatigue if you have to use this bike on long rides. The slipper clutch helps you in aggressive shifting whenever needed. And not to mention that KTMs are good with their engines, clutches and gearboxes. One thing I would like to correct myself on is that the Duke 250 gets a switchable dual channel ABS. That gives you even more flexibility to switch between different ABS modes. The best one being the Super Moto mode. It is best used when you feel like sliding your rear tire, but always be careful and don't do it on public roads. Along with that, the brakes are absolutely amazing. With a bigger disc brake in the front and the Biber radial calipers, the stopping power is very good. You can easily come to an halt without skidding your bike. The ABS takes care of it. However, I felt that the rear brake are slightly low on bite, but they do the job well when you use it in combination with the front brakes. So you get efficient and confident braking with the Duke 250. Last but not the least, making this bike really a KTM are the WP suspensions. They are very well tuned, so they are stiff on high speeds or when you are bringing your knee down on the corners. And they also manage well on off-roads, doing a good job in making your ride comfortable, which is a very important aspect when you plan to take this Duke on a long ride. Overall, I can't resist to mention that the fit and finish of this bike is absolutely premium. You are not at all compromising on that front. It carries the same edges from its elder siblings, and now it gets the LED headlamps as well. And as I said, it brings the best of two worlds in terms of features, powers and fuel efficiency. It feels like a practical Duke to own. You can use it for long rides as well as daily commutes. And the best part is that it doesn't have any heating issues. Our ride with Duke 250 has come to an end. It is really a modern solution. It is more powerful than the Duke 200 and less powerful than the Duke 390. Same goes for the budget. This bike can be in your garage at just rupees 2 lakh ex showroom Delhi. So that's it from our end. I hope you did like this video. Give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. If you still have any doubts or any questions, you can just leave it in the comment section below, or you can get in touch with us on our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter handles. We would love to have a chat with you. We'll see you again in the next video. Till then, keep riding and be safe. Bye bye.